There is a moment when a piece of glass catches the light and becomes something more than an object. A color that appeared quiet a moment ago suddenly glows. A pattern hidden beneath the surface becomes visible. The entire piece seems to change depending on where you stand and how the light reaches it. Stories can do the same thing. A book can sit silently on a shelf for years, then the right reader opens it at the right moment and an entire world comes to life. Welcome to Stories Made by Hand, a glass-bound ink podcast about books, handmade art, imagination, and the stories that connect them. I'm Lori Collins. This program uses AI-assisted production, including an authorized digital version of my voice, but the experiences, opinions, creative direction, and stories you hear come from me and from the creative work behind glass-bound ink.
Lori, people usually think of books and handmade glass as two completely different things. Why bring them together?
Because to me, they have never felt completely separate. Both begin as an idea. A writer may begin with the shadow of a character, a question that refuses to go away, or a place that exists only in the imagination. A glass artist may begin with a color, a shape, a particular quality of light, or the desire to make something beautiful and useful. Neither idea arrives fully formed. A book develops through drafting, revising, cutting, rearranging, and sometimes beginning again. A handmade glass piece also goes through stages of selection, arrangement, transformation, and discovery. Heat changes it, time changes it, and sometimes the finished piece reveals something the maker did not completely anticipate. That element of discovery is part of the magic.
So creating is not simply a matter of following a perfect plan?
Not usually. Plans are useful. They help us begin. But creative work has a way of answering back. A character takes the story in an unexpected direction. A combination of colors behaves differently than imagined. A small detail becomes the most important part of the finished piece. The creator has to pay attention. That is one of the things I want to explore through this podcast. What happens between the original idea and the finished creation? Not only the polished result, but the decisions, surprises, mistakes, revisions, and discoveries that helped shape it. At Glassbound Ink, stories may appear in several forms. Some are told through books and fictional worlds. Others are held in glass, color, texture, and light. Sometimes those worlds meet in bookish gifts, reading room pieces, or objects made for people who believe their surroundings should contain a little imagination.
Can an object really carry a story?
I believe it can. Think about something in your own home that you would never describe as merely an object. Perhaps it is a dish that belonged to your grandmother, a book someone gave you during a difficult year, a handmade ornament, a photograph, a chipped coffee cup that has followed you through 3 moves. Its financial value may be small, but that is not how you measure it. You value it because of what it remembers for you. Handmade objects often carry that feeling from the beginning. You can see that someone made choices. Someone selected the material, considered the color, and guided the object toward its final form. It does not feel anonymous. Books are similar. The physical book may be paper and ink, but the experience it creates becomes personal. 10 people can read the same novel and carry away 10 different memories. The reader completes the work. Light completes a glass piece. The reader completes a story. Without light, some of the glass remains hidden. Without a reader, the world inside a book remains closed.
What can listeners expect from future episodes?
We are going to explore the stories behind creative work. Some episodes will take you behind the scenes of glassbound ink. We will talk about inspiration, color, design choices, unexpected results, and what makes a handmade piece feel special. Some episodes will enter the world of books. We will discuss characters, settings, romantic tension, mysteries, fantasy worlds, and the ideas that inspire stories. We may talk with authors, makers, readers, and other creative people. We will also explore meaningful gifts, reading spaces, collecting beautiful objects, and ways to bring more imagination into everyday life. The episodes will be short enough to enjoy with a cup of coffee, during a walk, or while working on something of your own. Most importantly, this will not be one long commercial. Yes, I will occasionally introduce you to books and glass-bound ink creations. But every episode should also give you a story, an idea, or a moment worth keeping.
What would you like listeners to take away from this first episode?
I would like you to look around your home and choose one object that holds a story. Ask yourself where it came from, who selected it, why have you kept it, what would be lost if it disappeared tomorrow. You may discover that the objects we love are rarely important because they are perfect. They matter because they connect us to a person, a place, a season of life, or a version of ourselves we do not want to forget. That is the space where stories and handmade things meet. They help us remember. They make an invisible feeling tangible. They catch the light and show us something we might otherwise have missed. This is Stories Made by Hand, a glass-bound ink podcast. If this sounds like your kind of place, follow the show so the next episode finds you automatically. You can also visit Glassbound Ink through the link in the show notes to see the books, handmade creations, and other stories that inspired this podcast. I'm Lori Collins. Thank you for spending these few minutes with me. Until next time, may you find something beautiful and discover the story it has been holding.